Redtail Rogues, and we are back. Let's see a little sound checkity check.
Yeah,
Yep, make sure everything's working.
Damn, I need a haircut.
At least you have hair.
That's a good point. You want a wig?
Yeah,
I could make you one.
Oh, all right, we got it good. We got the sound check. That's going good. Okay, so welcome to session 2 of the Animal Friendship League. So just kind of tune in with what happened last time. You guys are members of the Animal Friendship League. 5 animals who've grown accustomed to each other's presence, who want to do good for Baldur's Gate. You've gone out, you've done little missions, you love your masters. Some of you, Corvax the Raven, you're just entranced by humans and their shiny, Corvax the Raven, you and your shiny baubles, the fox, all these interesting things that they build. The dogs, because of your loyalty to your masters. The cat, you're a stray, but you love the dogs and you love the community that you have with the Animal Friendship team. The Animal Friendship League. So, when we first started the adventure last week, you guys were on one of your adventures. You heard about random dogs, cats, birds, rats, everything going crazy in Baldur's Gate, and you set out to investigate, because that's kind of what you guys do. You made your way over to the mermaid, the Blushing Mermaid. You investigated into the back. There was a dying dog there who spoke of a cat, Miss Meowsers, who appeared out of nowhere, and for some reason or another, the animals are either afraid of her or following her. Maybe they resent humans. Maybe they're just afraid. You went in, you investigated, you talked to gulls, you talked to cats, you talked to a bunch of other animals. You found out basically what I just kind of dictated about Miss Meowsers, that you don't know how, but there's something about her that seems magical. And the dog said so as well, and you could tell because you saw the smoke coming off of the dog, and it burns, right? Poor Frankie, the sausage dealer there, is going to be looking out for his little buddy. He's unfortunately not coming home like so many of the other animals in Baldur's Gate. So when we left off, you guys had just finished an encounter with some of Miss Meowser's minions who now know that you're on her trail. And one of the dogs that you actually managed to spare before he took off doing the Bowser leg thing that he does when he ran away, was you found out a general location of near the docks, abandoned warehouse, blue roof, midnight, a meeting. It was around just kind of getting dusky, so you had the opportunity have a short rest, which is where we're going to pick up today. Now, as you guys went ahead and you had that short rest, like I said, it was turning kind of dusky. You could see some of the stars. You as the Animal Friendship League, the dogs curled together, the cat with the dogs, the fox, the raven, you all huddled together.
At our property, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your thing. At our property, is that where we're resting?
Yep. At the
property. Is there like a shed?
You've got your dog houses straight up.
Is there a shed that there's like cover so I can invite? Or I know the owners won't go when we can get these guys fed.
There's the dog houses and it's gated.
Okay.
So I mean, there's a fence around it and everything like that.
I
to keep the dogs in.
I just want to get my friends some food. That's
Oh,
all. I know where there's some food. I want my friends.
Well, Butter and these guys, your friends, you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, you guys are all capable scroungers. You don't really need the dogs to do the work for you.
I get really, really good food.
Well, I mean, at your bowl, you've got your food that the what were your masters again? They were the tailors, right? Bakers that the bakers always give you. So you always get deluxe food. And if these guys, the Animal Friendship League oftentimes pigs out at your place, right? I mean, you guys got the food. You pigged out with the sausages with good old Frankie a few times too. You guys have gotten around. You're not just regular animals, right? You guys know your way out of the fence, right? Mm-hmm. The cat's always hanging out with you guys because you guys made friends after you kind of nursed the cat back to health, right? The crow and the raven and the fox, those guys just kind of wander in from the outskirts of Baldur's Gate because they're kind of on the middle grounds, right? They can exist within Baldur's Gate, but also in the forests that surround Baldur's Gate. So at this point in time, you guys are getting ready to have your short rest. You're looking up as the stars kind of come out. You're huddled together, enjoying your animal friendship, enjoying the warmth of each other because you don't know what could happen. You've never encountered a cat that could shoot something that burns. You don't know anything about Miss Meowsers. You know about a gruff the stuff, a big dog. You know about a big meeting. You know about the potential dangers of the rats and their plague-like looking plaguey-like looking symptoms that they had because they're running through shit, talking all together and stuff like that. Just disgusting, right? So you guys look up at the sky together. You enjoy one last repose at least
Big spoon.
before the confrontation.
Since we're
Now-
all holding up for warmth, I call big spoon.
As you lie there dreaming together and talking about life and your aspirations, the bond of friendship between you solidifies even further. And I have something special for you guys. This is a bond of friendship token. You each get one, and you can use it one time. You will add 1d10 to any roll. That roll can be after you roll. It can be on an attack roll. If you think that you're going to miss, you can add the 1d10 to it by cashing this into me. It can be on a stealth check, whatever you guys want. It can be to damage if you want to. You can roll the 1d10 for additional damage, whatever you want. This is the bonds of friendship, the hearts that bind. So here's one for you.
Oh.
You each get one. You can only cash it in one time. 1d10 or whatever roll you want.
Can it impose negative 1d10 on
It cannot.
something?
It's
No?
only
Okay,
for
yes, sir.
boosting. But I mean, if you're trying to do an intimidate check,
Yep.
giving it to you is kind of
Same
like
thing.
giving them a
Same
negative
thing,
10
yeah.
on something, right?
This is fun. Nice.
All right. Let me take this sweater off. I'm starting to roast. Okay. So, that being said, you're now up. You guys have had your short rest. Everyone's up to full except for Peach. I think you were at 17 and 16 instead of 18. And there you are. You're now awake. Midnight is coming close. You don't exactly know where this warehouse is, but you see visually out of the corners of your eyes. You don't even have to do a perception check. You can if you want to. But there's animals that are constantly moving in a certain direction, it seems, from all over Baldur's Gate. You, as you go and you circle
I
above,
was gonna say
you
I
can
would be
definitely
flying
see-
around scouting.
you can, and you can smell the animals. You can easily track even where the
That's why
dogs
I'm-
came from, where the
I
dog
know,
went,
I
all
know.
that stuff.
Seeing as this is
No.
theater of mind, I've only got like Lady and the Tramp and 101 Dalmatians. That's what's going through my head now.
Good, good. That's the good stuff. So,
Can I, given that I'm flying around, can I make
Maybe
a
a little
perception
plot
check to
control.
see
Yes.
if there's anything of
yep,
interest? And I'm doing those at advantage, if I recall.
you
My
are.
perception
Now,
check.
one thing about your animal friendship, your token. If you're going to use the token, you have to describe what you're doing in detail. This is something that you're making like an exaggerated movement. So if you're going to say, "Oh, I'm going to use it for the extra damage," then I want a description of how you're doing that extra damage. You don't just because I cash it in, I roll my d10, done. If you want to get the benefits of it, you have to like give me a little bit of narration.
I only got a
give
12
some
on
context.
perception.
Okay, but even flying high,
Yep.
you may not see every animal that's going in, but since you know the general direction, you end up finding the blue room.
You can sign
The blue room. So it's actually there's no sun anymore. Now it's getting dark. You're getting close to midnight, right? Because the animals aren't just going to go out in the middle of the broad daylight with the flaming fist and everything. Now, what you do see with your 12 though, there are some animals that aren't acting exactly like the others. A lot of animals are streaming towards this house, but there are some that are just kind of standing still, looking around. They're scanning, they're observing, almost like they're looking for something or someone. So if you're going to make your way there, just bear in mind that there's quite a few of these guys. It's not like there's one of them that you can just be like, pick them off. That's it. You notice a few acting in that manner. Okay, so I'll leave it to you guys.
Can I
There you are.
note, are the ones that are acting that way, are they all of the same breed? Like, are they all dogs or are they all cats? Or,
There's
like,
some dogs.
okay,
There's
so
some
it's a
cats.
mix. It's a mix of.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. There's a mix of them, but those ones in particular seem to be acting as kind of guards in some ways.
Are there? Like, we're fairly familiar with the animals that are around Baldur's Gate where we live, anyway. The ones that we would see.
But Baldur's Gate is a big place, and
How
even though
far
you guys go
from our,
adventuring,
how far are we
this
from
is far. This is pretty
so
much on the
we're
other
out
side
of
of
our,
Baldur's
We're
Gate.
out of our comfort zone.
You're out of your comfort zone. You've never been to this area before. This is all new to the dogs. The fox, you've been around this area, but I mean, you never examined this in detail or anything like that. You just know of the docks, and sure, you might have glanced by this place once on a hunting trip or something like that. You never actually went in. It's just like an old, broken down building that the humans really don't use anymore because it's not good for trade. It's not really. Sure, there's a dock there, but it's too shallow now. Maybe the water kind of dried out a little. You can't get any boats in anymore. it's fallen to disrepair. The roof itself kind of caving in a little bit, and it's blue. No one wants the blue roof, right? And so
As a cat, have I ever been down here?
you've been kind of similar to the fox. You've been around, but I mean, this isn't your primary hunting zone.
There's not a lot of fish in this building because it's not been used.
You got it. This is this
You
area.
have to dredge the.
This is off the kind of beaten path of Baldur's Gate. If this is the reason why Miss Meowsers chose that location for the animal meetup, that would make sense because there's not really a lot of patrol that goes there. It's just kind of like the slum that no one's in, you know.
Is there a patch of dirt or like clay or mud or something that is a different color than I am? I'm a Rottweiler,
Sure.
so I'm big and black. Is there like flour or some kind of clay or something I could roll in and then disguise my color a little bit? At least not look like I'm starting to look like a Rottweiler, but if a mud-colored Rottweiler can kind of look like a Labrador.
All right, what kind of check do you want to do?
Well, I'm trying to disguise myself, so maybe a disguise check. But
Do it.
So that would be stealth, I suppose.
Yep.
Okay. Stealth.
Actually, I want to give me an investigate. Actually, for this, I don't think this would be stealth. This would be more investigate. You're looking for something that you can use to alter the way you are.
Disguise. Okay.
Give me
so
investigate
So
instead.
investigate and then a check to see.
investigate is an intelligence check, right?
Take 10.
Okay, so I take 10, so I add 10 to the roll, right?
Yep, and you can do this with advantage because you can smell for everything.
16, 15.
So you surmise that in certain locations, if you were to dig a little bit, you'd be able to hit clay. You can also find patches of mud if you were to look for something like that.
I just want something that's gonna work. Now I want to make my check to see if I.
You're disguised
Yeah.
now. Go for it. Disguise. Take
No,
10.
I'm asking these guys. Do I look like did it work? So do I get an advantage because they're helping me? Or?
Sure.
Okay. Cool. I do not. I'm not throwing that die ever again today. That is the third one that was roll.
All right. So he
So
looks like a
this
mud
is-
monster, basically, when you look at him. His coat. He's been rolling around in
doing
the
good,
clay.
right?
It's kind of hanging off of him in some
I'm looking
clumps.
so proud.
You can't say that the disguise works,
No,
but
my
it's
my
he just
actual
looks
roll-
like terrible.
my
Right?
actual
It's-
roll was an 8.
So
My high check.
the disguise worked, as in he's covered in filth. It doesn't look good. He looks
So,
like
like-
he was rolling around.
He looks like a
In
dirty
clay.
Rottweiler. It's like,
You
But
got
a
it.
different Rottweiler or the same Rottweiler?
People can't recognize you. You're covered in
Good,
clay.
good.
It's a muddy dog.
Good.
I'm gonna while you're in that though, I'm gonna reduce your speed by 5.
So 25.
25 instead
So
of 30.
are we trying to make our way to the
It's the kind of thing you
dock
shake
right now?
off, right?
We're actively moving.
I would well, you're
that's
deciding
up to us.
how you want to go, I
Well,
guess.
I-
He's choosing to like
if there are
he's got a purpose for his disguise, I guess, but
if
there's
there are guards,
many ways.
If there are guard animals on our way, I'm gonna go around a corner from them, and in a human voice, because I can mimic human voices that I hear. I can say, "Hey, you, scram!"
Yep, you can do
To
that.
try it like a deception, I guess it would be.
Roll
check on.
So wait. Let's hold on a sec. Let's hold before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Okay, we have Adam rolling in mud and you doing already moving into the guards. What about the rest of you guys? Like, how are you guys going to move as a unit? Are you splitting up individually? Are you all going together? But some of the dogs, like,
I
are you
think the same
disguising
kind of way we
yourselves?
did. I'm disguising myself. I think the way we
This
did,
is different though than Flaming Fist.
no, with him taking like him flying and keeping an eye on the guards, being able to do the thing to distract the guards from where we are. Right? I am not stealthy. This is my best fucking plan that my intelligence of my animal intelligence of 8 come up with. I am very proud of myself here.
That's why I'm trying to
So I
cause
smell
them
different
to
too.
flee.
Yeah, I think we would use him as a spotter to open a path
Yep.
for us.
And that's why, again, I'm trying to make
Looks
the
like
guards.
my
flee.
job is to
Yep.
back you up.
Yep.
So would
Are you
I
also getting coated in mud?
would that
Are you
make
following
sense?
my lead, or are you?
It sounds like I'm your devoted sister.
Yep. So what are you doing?
I guess if
You
he's
don't have
doing
to.
it, dogs would probably do it too.
So you're going to do it as well? You're just going
Is
You
it the
roll
kind
that?
of thing that we can
Sure.
just shake off
Um,
if we want to?
to?
Gonna
Yes,
roll?
but you'll still be dirty.
Dirty, I don't
You
care.
can, you
but I
can regain
shake
your
it off
5
again.
speed if
Okay.
you wanted to.
So
shaking
I'm
it
I'm rolling twice. You said.
You don't really need to, seeing how he did it. Actually, yeah, give me the roll. We'll see how you do here.
Get advantage because I had advantage.
16, and then is there? What would that be? Would that be?
It would be
dex, or-
intelligence, but
Okay, so -1.
so your mud
15,
costume looks better than his. So you're not going to
No,
lose
that
the
was the
speed to
investigation
yours. You've
check.
got a nice. Yours is more smooth, so you look dirty and everything, but it's not clumped on you the way that Adam's
I've got
is.
makeup skills. I'm like,
With the 16, you're looking.
Yeah, I've rolled in some burrs. There's like some
Yeah.
fish bones under my armpit.
I've worked
I
it in
smell
properly.
He looks kind of look like a monster dog, and you look like a
But
dog
I'm
that is
so
dirty,
proud of
you know.
myself.
But there's lots of dirty dogs because I mean, the stray dogs don't have a home that they can go
So we're
to where
less
their master is going to
recognizable.
clean them up. So
That's my point.
So people are going to be less likely to be like,
And I think
Aha,
your
that's
will
Peaches.
smell
They'll be
different.
like,
I think your
"That's
will
a
smell
dog."
different. because
your
we've
smell
got-
is slightly masked,
right?
absolutely. But don't forget, I mean, we're talking about dogs here and stuff.
No, I know what I mean,
Cute
but
smell.
yeah, I know. But
So while your disguise is great, we are dealing with super smells.
sure, of course.
Yes.
fair enough. Yeah.
All right.
So again, I'm gonna roll to try to deceive the guards as we're gonna be making our way towards the docks. I'm going to roll to deceive a
So-
first set of guards. I don't know how many I'll have to deceive.
Give me deception.
Is this the same kind of thing where we roll the check and that carries?
No.
That is a 14.
Okay. So far, when you tested your theory, so what's happening with you guys? Are you guys all just kind of like
We're waiting for his
moving
say so.
together, or?
We're waiting
I-
for him to say
Yep.
all clear to.
Yep.
So
But I
did
just
they-
mean Fox. Are you just kind
Or
of you're
give
not
us a-
bothering to get,
or
just
give
kinda
us a
slinking,
signal.
I'm just leaving.
and we
Yeah.
got the cat who's just kind of slinking.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
I'm-
You
I'm
got
gonna do
it.
it from
We're
around a
using
corner,
guns.
and then as I've said that, I'm gonna go and
So-
look around the corner to see if they move.
So the cat that you experimented that on, he kind of looked around and he did disperch and he just kind of moved away. And you can see that he's now gone to another position and he's resumed
But
guarding.
there's a little bit of space now. For
He's
us to
moved
move
from that
forward.
position.
Okay,
Just
I'll
he couldn't
signal-
see, but he's
I'll
assuming there was
signal
someone.
to the others to start moving forward. Then.
So they started doing that. So as you scout, you figure you've probably got to do that 2 more times if you wanted to get within the vicinity of that warehouse.
That's fine.
Okay, give me another intimidate check then in that case.
I'm
And you guys
gonna-
are agreeing with this? This is the plan right now?
Absolutely, yeah.
What's your charisma?
And
+2.
Because
I'm
really, it should be a
Carl,
performance. not
because
a-
I-
Performance.
Oh,
huh? So
I'd
still-
say you're right. Performance,
Deception,
performance is fine.
it's going to be the same thing. They're both charisma.
Oh,
So I'm
okay,
plus
yeah.
2 on them either way.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
regardless, yeah. 5 on that one.
So the next one is a dog. The dog kind of looks in the air. When he hears that, he looks left and right. He looks kind of confused, but he doesn't really move anywhere. He doesn't smell a human. He doesn't see you. My
At
roll
that
wasn't
point, I'll
that great
move back.
either.
Yeah, I'll move
But-
back to the group and,
Mhm.
and let them know, like, we're not going to defeat this dog as easily, or we're not going to.
There's
deceive
other animals
this dog
going
as
past
easily.
the dog as well, though. The dog sees, he's just kind of watching the animals as they're moving by.
So we might not want
Yeah.
to go as a group.
so
Yeah.
I would say we
Because
should
they're
watch
expecting
them.
2 dogs, a raven, a cat.
Yeah,
a-
yeah.
so we'll disperse just to get past this dog. Okay.
And I
All
try
right.
to
And
blend in
I
with
go-
the crowd.
You and I should also split up.
You're just going to try and blend in
We
with the
should.
crowd?
There's a lot
There
of
are
cats.
lots of
They
cats.
expect the both of us to be
DC
together,
5
like,
for
we're-
you.
Okay.
DC 5.
Well, I'll go with Mittens. Who's Mittens?
You're going with Mittens?
But
I'm going by myself.
Buster
Actually-
thinks that we
Actually,
should
I'm
split
not
up.
Mittens.
Just-
You got the wrong
yeah,
name here. You got me Whiskers here. And
Ah,
then Mittens
all right.
here.
Darn it. I was thinking of, for some
It's
reason, I
my
got confused with
alter ego.
Mittens the
Alright,
cat from
I'll
that.
go with Whiskers.
You guys know what I'm talking about. You know the llamas with hats, guys?
I've heard of
They
it.
also have a Mittens
Carl.
thing. Yes, yes. They also have a Mittens the cat. Mittens the detective.
The cat should have been Schmoo.
Yeah.
though.
I better write that
Well,
down.
we have a cat named Peach.
So we're not Mittens, we're Whiskers.
I still can't get that off of my Google.
Oopsies.
Amanda is
All right.
so proud of it.
So it's 17
It's deep
A
shame for
17?
me.
on myself.
So, and you're not going with
Not
him,
really,
right?
I'm being silly.
Peach, you're not going with him, right? You kind of said you were going with the cat?
I'll go with the cat.
Okay, in that case, your 17 was fine. You, give me a roll then. But yours is going to be DC 10.
Not good.
Not
Three.
good? So,
On the dice and it's Dex.
The stealth check,
no,
yeah.
it's,
Stealth.
I'm
no, I
flying.
wouldn't say it's stealth. I'd say that this is going to be, again, not deception, but what was the one that we just talked about?
performance.
He's not performing. He's
Deception.
He's
Right,
stealthy.
he's
with
a
me,
sneak
though.
past.
He's
Would it
trying-
be sneak?
It'd be stealth.
I'm trying to think
It'd
if
be
it
stealth
should
for
be the
sure.
costume that I'm working on or the sneak. He's not stealthing. He's trying to walk by,
While
right?
this is
Just the same way
happening,
the cat's just trying to
Dressed as
walk
a
right
dirty
on in.
ass dog.
Exactly.
Is-
So you're under scrutiny right now. He totally doesn't even pay attention to you, but you're under scrutiny right now. So give me one more of those rolls. See if you fail a second time in a row.
17
Okay, so
on the dice.
this one you also managed to pass by with it, but he's giving you a longer look as you're walking by.
So
He wanted to do
deception's
extra.
charisma, right?
Deception's charisma, yeah.
So that's +1, so 18.
So
18. So you two are good right now. You're moving on to we're gonna call it the final checkpoint, right? The
So I
third
went.
one of the
So I
dice.
went solo.
Yep, you went solo, so take 10.
20. If I'm taking 10, 27.
You're good now. There aren't many
Holy-
foxes
what?
that are going in there. The foxes,
I took 10.
you're one of the ones who will actually go near humans. Most foxes are afraid of them. So yours is going to be a little bit harder because you're a fox.
I rolled a 16.
You're totally fine though. So you guys have made it to near the vicinity. You can hear muffled things, almost like someone is giving a speech of some type, but you can't make out the words yet. You're still too far away at this third checkpoint. If you were able to get past this raven who's looking for people, or a crow, we'll say this one's a crow since you're a raven. There's a crow that is kind of caw, caw, and he's up very high on a perch right now. So he's got a good downwards view. You recognize that he's not just flying like a lot of the others.
Can I pick up something metal that is small but would maybe make a noise if I dropped it?
Sure. Give me let's take 10 for you as well. Locating the object, then dropping it. So you can easily locate an object.
16 to locate.
Wow. Okay, so you got the object.
So I have an object, and I'd like to drop it somewhere near the crow, but from a height. I have 50-foot movement,
Mhm.
so I'd like to fly above and drop it near, such to scare said crow.
So your roll was good enough. What type of object did you actually try and find here?
I tried to find a little piece of metal. If there was like any sort of like small,
So
yeah,
something-
yeah, like a
Bell
bolt or
or-
like a just something like even a coin, like
A coin would make the most
decent-sized
sense, yeah.
coin.
Copper
That I
coin.
could drop specifically, and I'd like to, and I know this is going to increase my DC, but I'd like to drop it on another metal, be it like an eaves trough system or something. I don't know what they have.
That's
then.
not really here.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
rocks and stuff. That
Sure,
you
There
could
gotta be
drop.
something
garbage
where it
cans
will
around.
make a
No,
decent amount.
this is pretty
of
much an
noise.
abandoned. You've got
Oh.
you got the warehouse, and
Is
it's
it
pretty
tin
much
roof?
Could
Is it
some
tin
barrels
roof?
or tin
I don't
roof.
think medieval.
That
garbage
would
cans
alert
would
more
be
than-
made of metal.
No,
some
there's
more
no
like
roofs.
I
yeah.
don't think that's
Either
the
way,
thing.
I'd like to drop it near
Looking more like
on
barrels.
something. If there's anything nearby that would be metal or anything like a
noise.
chimney.
So you're finding a
Yeah.
piece of metal and dropping it on like a rock or something.
nearby. I'd like to try to scare said raven away.
Okay,
Or
but it is
crow.
like a piece of metal. Like you're
Yes,
saying.
yes.
All right. The fact that you chose something shiny is good
Yes.
because it's going to flicker kind of in the moonlight. So give me the drop. Take 10.
I'm gonna use my bond of friendship right away.
You got it, buddy. D10.
That'll get me to 10 exactly.
Perfect. So the item that you drop, we'll say it's a really big screw that is a little rusty and stuff like that. You drop it, it lands perfectly on a rock. The raven looks down. He was about to look back up, but since it's shiny, he looks back down again. And his little crow, the crow, he just can't resist that shiny thing. Quack, quack. He kind of comes down off the branch and he's playing with it. He's taking it. He's got it in his beak. He's bashing it against the rock, making it
At
make
this
noise.
point, I will
We
swoop
go.
back down and say
Yeah.
go.
All right. So you guys are able to just proceed at this point.
We
The
all
raven has been distracted. You did a good job on that. The rest of the crew, you guys kind of converge on each other and are still able to move in. Now, as you move in, the warehouse itself, it's a massive abandoned dockside structure. It's got the blue roof, as you know, which was your landmark to getting there. It's buzzing. There are dozens of animals streaming in through the broken windows, the open loading doors, the gaps in the walls. You're not in yet, but you can sort of see through some of the cracks because you're close enough to kind of hear Miss Meowser's monologuing at this point in time a little bit. And I'll give you some of those details momentarily. But you can see that there are cats on crates. There's dogs that are pacing. You got some rats that are kind of scurrying around with some birds that are perched overhead looking down on it. The air itself, it smells salty like the sea. There's some fish that are old and rotten that are in there. Who knows how long they've been there, maybe even from the time this was abandoned. Even the animals aren't even eating this anymore because it's so
The
kind of
dried crust.
fetid and dried and rotten. There's old wood, and there's a nervous excitement about the animals as they're all listening in there. Inside somehow there's some flickering lantern light, but the lantern light isn't like fire. It's more of a greenish kind of a glow. Whatever lit this is glowing with kind of like a greenish yellowish tinge to it. And it's casting some long shadows, and you can overhear a few little snippets. And one of the things it's saying is, Miss Meowsers, during her monologue, you pick up the following. How many of us have felt the warmth of a human hand, only to be cast out when we grow too old, too wild, too inconvenient? They call it love, but it is chains, no more. And there's muffled, and she's continuing to speak, but you overheard that part of it at least.
Well, I should be able to hear quite well. Should I roll?
But there's lots of animals that are also in there. You can hear this part at least. And if you're to get closer and continue to listen, you guys might be able to hear more of the little speech. Or
I want to get closer, but I
I'm
want
going to give you guys the option to do stuff between
I'm
listening.
convinced. Let's kill the humans.
But I want to move up, but still stay to the outskirts.
Yep.
So that in case
We love our humans.
we get alert,
Better than
somebody
most.
alerts it, I want to be not having to get through a crowd. I want to be
Mhm.
toward the edge, so I can get out of the crowd if I have to run.
Okay.
I would
Well,
like
right
to
now there's
find a
lots
person
of
who
animals you
appears.
can mingle in with if
I
you
want to
wanted
mingle,
to.
but I want to be to the edge. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be mingling in through the crowd, through the middle of it, through the horde.
Mhm.
I want to be not going into the mosh pit. I want
So
to
are
go.
you talking the outside or the inside edge of the crowd? That's kind of like
which is which?
surrounding. Well, the outside edge would be closer to the like
I want to
walls
be
of
toward
the,
the stage.
walls
toward-
of it.
Yeah, I want to be able
and the inside would
Keep an
be
exit,
closer to
right? I wanna-
Miss
I want to be
Meowsers.
close to exits.
All right. So wait. Before you make any kind of rolls, you guys are obviously now together as a group, right?
Mhm.
So we're gonna do one group roll. So if you guys wanted to do the same thing as last time, explain to me how you guys want to give a bonuses to this roll. We'll add all the bonuses up, and I'll give you a DC, and then one of you guys can do the roll with all the
And
bonuses
the
for
DC is
all of you guys.
for
What's that?
the DC is for what?
The DC will be for if you want to follow his plan, slink your way in and make it to
So
I'm
is
the
it
not
a stealth? Is it
slinking.
a
I'm not
stealth?
slinking.
moving in.
It's a stealth.
I want to.
check,
I
though?
just want to keep as a big Rottweiler.
Yep.
Being in a crowd, it was like me being at Niagara Falls. I don't like it. I want to be toward the edge of the crowd so that if something
Okay.
happens, I want to be able to.
All right.
lead.
So what I'm saying is picture it like this, okay? Picture this over here is going to be it. So you've got the crowd that's surrounding it, okay? Are you going to be on the outside of the crowd? That's going to be closer to the wall, or are you going to be on the inside of the crowd? That's closer to the to Miss
moving
Meowsers doing her
toward the
speech.
stage, but along the outside of the
Okay.
Right.
And how do you guys feel about this plan? Do you guys also want to go with the plan, or do you guys want
don't-
to
I
think
would-
of something else?
I would want to be a little bit into the crowd just so that people don't see me.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay up in the
It
rafters.
makes sense. You wouldn't want to be like right on the edge, like maybe a
No,
tiny
yeah,
bit.
in the bit, but
It
not
also makes sense
Tiny,
that we
I
get
wouldn't
it.
want to all be clumped together the whole time.
right.
Like it would make sense.
I
that
like
we're
the
a
idea
little
of going
spread out.
around, though. That makes
But I think
so much more sense.
But I think two of us should split up because they know that we're like the same. We have the same owner, same type of dog.
do you want
You're just
me to-
walking around through?
Where should I go?
Find a situation.
So you guys kind of like
not-
spreading yourselves
well,
out a little bit,
not
or you
away
totally
from where
separate.
they are, but
Do
like
you want to do a pincer move? Some of us can go to like
if
one
this
side.
is if
some
this
go
is
to
what
the
you're
other.
saying, the crowd's in like this horseshoe around
Yep,
the stage.
like a horseshoe, basically.
If
Yep.
they're moving like this, I'm not going straight down the middle of this. Kind of go like this, and
Yeah.
then to one side or the other, wherever they are.
Do we want to split up into two groups? One group is on this side of the horseshoe, and the other group is on this side of the horseshoe. And if it's
I know.
Close, or
I don't
actually
want to
not
get
that
that
close.
split.
It'll be like
It might be
10,
difficult for you
15
guys to
feet apart.
communicate
Yeah.
with each other if you
We
guys.
want to be able to like for them to hear a howl if we got to get.
so maybe you're at the front and I'm at the back.
Sure.
You want to be split up a bit? Do it that way.
Just spread out, not split.
Okay.
Yep, I'll be running kind of parallel to you, maybe 15, 10,
Yeah.
15 feet, depending on
Yeah.
what we're dealing with.
And I'm atop watching all of them, prepared to share my vision with anybody if they are getting too close.
Okay, so are you going to use a charge in order to grant someone else that vision so that they can do a top-down view?
Only if I notice potential danger.
There's lots of potential danger. Like where you're about to
When
be going
you're
in with Miss
leading?
Meowsers and a bunch of people here.
I'm out in the. I guess I mean,
You're-
I'm on the outskirts. I'm kind of.
I think I'd give it to the fox then.
Okay.
If the fox is going through, if you're interested in seeing a top-down view, so you can navigate better, especially if you're going through the crowd, I'd give you like a brief. You'd probably have, if you're stopped in a spot, nobody's really
It
going to
only lasts
notice
for a
you while
minute,
you're there.
right? So
I'll give you like even 10-15 seconds to
Yeah.
scope the area, right? So yes, I'll use one of my chargers.
So the fact
And
that
we
you're
would've-
using that charge is going to give a nice bonus to
Yeah.
this roll that we're going to do.
And
Now the
we-
thing is that you guys are sort of seeming like you're splitting up quite a bit. So I mean, this might turn into one group roll and a separate group
Well,
roll.
no,
at this
they're going
point.
around
No,
the
we're
side.
just spreading out, not splitting up. Spreading out.
There's an
right?
important distinction. So you guys would be still kind of like able to hear each other if you
Yeah.
needed to
And
communicate.
we've been traveling with each other enough.
got
that
it.
We've got not sign
Certain
language,
howls,
but
Signals.
but
Good
certain
explanation. I
certain
love it. You're
barks
getting
and
those
stuff like
bonuses.
that, right?
All right.
Like barks that like mean certain things or certain sounds.
So
that-
you on the
even-
outside
even
plus
just, like,
one.
yeah,
turning
You on the
ears.
inside
yeah.
plus one.
Our tails
You
cut off, so we
walking
can't
straight through
we
with
can't,
confidence plus
talk
one.
from a great distance. Our
You
tails
giving
cut
the bonus to the eyesight for him plus 3, and you kind of slinking another plus 1.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So a plus 7. This one's going to be a DC 15. One of you can make the roll. Plus
Target
7.
fox.
So you need an 8.
I have been rolling like
whose
crap, but I
birthday is
am happy
closest?
to
It's
roll.
not
And
mine.
and this is a sneak. So if you guys want to do, like I said,
My
whoever's
birthday's
good
in
at
May.
the
Stealth?
sneak or the stealth,
I
right?
mean, if it's I got a +3.
I have
dice,
advantage
so-
on
Think
dexterity
all
saving
three.
throws and stealth.
Very
Oh,
easy.
there you go.
There we go.
Ah,
Now we
all
got the
right.
guy.
All right. So now we're at, you need a 5, I guess that means, right?
You got 7. You got plus 7 with advantage, right?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
He's a 5 and he's got advantage.
I'll take that.
You got it.
So-
So
Plus 4.
the plan goes off. As you're wandering, you hear another little tidbit. Look around you. Cats in the shadows, dogs in the streets, rats in the walls, and birds in the sky. Together, we are legion. The humans are few, and they fear the dark where we thrive. So Meowsers is continuing on with her speech, and you can see the other animals are kind of like getting a little bit riled up. The dogs' tails are starting to thump. The cats are kind of like meowing a little bit in the air. The few foxes that you see are looking around, hungrily licking their lips, and the birds, caw, caw. They all seem to be, at this point in time, enjoying the speech. A state of the union, one might say.
Oh gosh.
So 2 hours later,
Oh, buddy, I watched it. I watched
Nothing
it.
being
Oh,
said,
God.
really.
I don't have that much time in my life.
It was actually pretty good. I gotta say. Yeah, we won't bring up politics on here.
What? With today's special?
Where's Jiggly Nuts? Hey, bring it up. Gotta see if the Jiggler's in.
I would like to talk about that going forward.
Oh, it's the Fizz. Yeah, buddy. Roll a D20 and get a 10 or higher to follow. Buddy, we got tons of people who are in here right now. What's up,
We had
everybody?
a couple first time.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And the Fizz.
D&D boy 2, 3,
You
4,
got
1.
it.
Yo,
You got
roll a
it.
D20, get a 10 or
Okay,
higher.
here
for a
you go.
follow. It's
There's,
a 20.
Was it in that one?
No, it's actually it's a 7.
Oh, you know.
Does a
Sorry.
7 do it, D&D boy?
D&D
Two,
What are
three,
my
four,
bonuses?
five.
What
are
What,
my
bonuses?
what kind of a check was it? Come on. All right.
Best
so,
viewers. We don't need more. Thank you, Mean Molecules.
yeah, mean molecules are a nobody, but we
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
Fizz in the house. Yeah, buddy.
So
All right. So you overhear the cat again and everything like that. You guys have moved in, and I guess you're just kind of listening right now, or what do you want to do here?
I
Here-
don't. I find it disturbing that this message of being like anti-human is like spread so far. I've experienced nothing but kindness at the hand. I mean, I'm playing Bowser,
Quack,
not
they have
Buster.
shiny things. Quack,
Right?
quack.
I didn't want to go directly
Right.
with that. You know?
So, my owners feed me quite well, and I'm in better shape than most. Like
Yep.
I acknowledge that and don't hate my owners for being kind to me.
Got it.
Would we have like a generally understood attack signal?
Yeah, I
Um,
do.
Did you guys discuss that beforehand?
Well,
I'm
we've
sure
been
that
together
you guys
for years,
being
that's
the,
why-
the,
that's what
the
Adam was saying.
league have a way to do it. In fact,
I
you know
have
what?
a warning hell if I need to, as a bonus action. All allies within 60 feet gain +2 AC until the start of my next turn.
There
Warning
you
for
go.
Short rest. And
Warning hell.
and
The warning would probably be
I
I've
know.
also got a
Then
warning
I
owl
could-
thing.
I could
also
howl
2
it.
AC. All owl.
Do they stack because they're two different sources?
I would
You
say
think
that
they would
once
have
one
to?
warning howl has gone off, that you guys have been warned.
Okay.
2 howls wouldn't stack.
Okay.
Either one of you could use the warning howl,
That makes sense.
yeah, because then you've been warned. A second one would
And
just be
that
kind of
would-
like, I'm
and that
giving away my
plus 2
position now with the
AC
second warning.
That plus
You
2
know?
AC also would that give benefits to if it's a warning howl and depending on the action, is it just to AC or would it be to like avoid opportunity attacks or whatever
No.
it is?
The warning
just
howl
straight
gives
to
the AC bonus right now, and that's because you guys have, like you said, this is part of your tactics that you guys have used. You get the warning howl, that's why you get the plus 2 AC. You guys are working together with that.
So I just
You
like to-
overhear something else. The void heard my cry when no human did. It granted me strength beyond claws and teeth, power to burn their lies away. Join me, and I will share that fire with you all. Meow, meow.
Using his vision.
Yep.
Do I see Rough Stuff McGruff? Or Gruff Stuff McGruff?
When you look at the cat, right next to it is Gruff Stuff McGuff, a giant bulldog-looking dog. Like it looks like it's having a hard time breathing because its maw is so
But
big.
it's
Like
tough.
you know those. Oh, he's tough. You can
Fuck
tell
that
his
bitch.
skin is like his skin is like in rolls, kind of like Pluto's enemy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Butch or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. I know.
You know the guy who's like the big bulldog that Pluto hates, and he's always trying to get his dachshund girlfriend.
He
Looks
ends up
kinda like that
in
guy.
the in the later cartoons. He ends up being his neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. That's
but
right.
in the earlier stuff,
Yep.
he's just a bully.
Yep.
But then later on, he's like,
Yep.
"Hey,
You're talking
neighbor, how
Goofy,
you doing?"
you're
It's the
talking
asshole.
We're not
Goofy,
talking
not
about
Pluto.
Pete from
Yeah.
Goofy and Pete.
Yeah,
We're talking
Goofy
about like that
Pluto.
dog.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. That's
You
funny.
probably have no idea. That's well beyond your age.
Back we used to watch Buena Vista
Yeah,
on,
man.
at Sunday before what was the Muppet Show came on.
For the Muppet Show.
I'm watching the
Fraggle
new
Rock.
Muppet Show.
It was
Yeah,
Buena Vista
Fraggle
and
Rock.
then the Muppet Show came on
Yeah,
after,
yeah.
after Disney. Tune in to City TV for the. Or you have to get the paper with the schedule for the TV show.
Just so you know, that charge is worn off. Okay.
Fine.
The 1 minute has elapsed. You can know, even if you're granting it for 15 seconds, you don't have the ability to use that charge anymore
I'd
of the
also
view.
like to just get a clarification on my mimicry.
Yep.
It doesn't state that I'm the one making a check. Like I don't have to do a performance check or anything like that. They have to make a check against it as an insight. So they have to do a DC 15 insight check
Okay.
to validate whether or not it's real. So going
Yep.
forward, if I use that, I'm not making a performance check. They are making a check to see if they recognize it as real.
You got
It's
it.
assumed real otherwise.
I might do it both ways. I know I
Sure.
wrote it that way.
Sure.
Depending on circumstance, so I might want to flip from one side to
I
the
just
other.
wanted
You know,
to
you
confirm
doing versus
that-
them hearing.
That's what's
You got
written on my sheet.
You got it.
Peaches is very loyal to her owners, no matter what.
I would.
But is also kind of sympathetic because she's seen a lot of awful shit happen in Baldur's Gate, and humanoids at least seem
Yeah.
to be at the center of all of it. So
The flaming
she's
the
sympathetic.
flaming fence isn't doing. I mean, they're trying to round up the strays and stuff, so they're not helping.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
might hear
actively
the
killing
strays
them.
have
there are
been
lots of bad
disrupting Baldur's
humans,
Gate.
and so
Yeah.
Peaches with her -1 intelligence is like, can't we just kill all the bad humans and hey, maybe we could make the good humans our pets? Wouldn't that be good?
I don't
Let's
want
kill
pets.
the bad humans and make the good humans our pets.
I don't want pets. I have to deal with you enough as it is. I don't want pets. No, I like my humans. They feed me quite well.
Yeah, you've never been abused by your owner. You've
Well,
always
I love
been.
I love my owner.
You got it. You got it. Imagine Baldur's Gate without the boots and the brooms, fish markets, hours for the taking, warm hearths unguarded, rooftops free beneath the moon, a city ruled by fur, feather, and fang. At this point, they're starting to almost like erupt into cheers. She's starting to get to
But
them.
who's gonna keep? I want to. I don't know if I should shout it out. Like, who's gonna keep the hearth warm that you're talking about? Like,
Are you saying that?
Would
You
you
guys
like
have
me
to-
to say that?
yes.
I will say that. From the rafters still. I have not descended from the rafters. I will call down and say, who will be there to feed us and to protect us?
So Miss Meowsers looks up and she sees you and she says, well, 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 if it isn't the Friendship League finally here.
And at that point, I'll fly down and I'll land on a perch still away from Gruff Stuff McGuff.
You're still so now the other animals are starting to look around that are in the crowd, and they're looking left, they're looking right, and they're starting
I'm
to.
going to look left
I'm
and
looking
right.
left. I'm looking right.
I'm also looking left and right.
You're also looking left and right. All right, let me do one more quick roll
Like,
here.
who's
They're disguised.
who farted?
Yeah, they're
Who
disguised.
farted?
So right now they're focused on Corvax,
Dogs do that
right?
too,
Or
it's
sorry,
just
on
Funny.
Corvax.
Corvax. Right now they're focused on Corvax, who's actually there, but they know that the animal adventure leagues around here. You see Gruff kind of gesture, and there's a few cats that kind of go off to the sides while whatever conversation is about to start happening is happening. But Gruff kind of gives a signal, and there's a couple cats and
I'm
maybe a
still
dog or
staying
two
up on a
that
perch.
start moving out and spreading around.
Can I like
You're
sort of
looking for
unilaterally make a perception check to note whether or not they're getting close to me?
That's the one. That's him.
Mm.
That's him. Yeah. I think that his name's Butch.
There we go.
Again.
Do you
Sorry about the
understand what
coffee.
I mean by that? Can I make some sort of like, again, unilateral perception check to see whether or not something's sneaking up on me at any point? I want to try to be aware of that while I'm speaking.
I'll phrase it this way. If the time comes,
Okay,
you
I'll get
will
a
be
check.
rolling.
I'll get a check.
Right? Yeah, it's Butch. You know who I'm talking about. He's old too, so he knows about Butch. Yep.
Distinguished, not old.
That's right.
All right. I guess that
Classic.
means we'd all be old if that were the case. None of us are
There's
old.
a
We're all
version of him
distinguished.
that's
All
like more
distinguished.
anthropomorphic though, where he like can stand and shit, right?
No,
That's
that's
Pete. That's Pete.
Okay.
Yeah, Pete was Goofy's enemy.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And, but they
Oh,
become
Goofy's
friends in
not
Goof Troop.
Pluto's enemy.
I was more
okay.
Looney Tunes.
You can tell
than
who
I
has the
was-
youngest kid is the freshest in their mind.
Yeah. Well, we actually, you know what? The Goofy movie is actually pretty good, man. It actually, like always, I teared up a little bit, man. Whenever it's those father son type things, man, it broke my heart a little bit the way that
Right,
Max
once you-
treated his dad.
Once you start having kids,
Dude,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
it is a whole different story. When I first watched it as a kid, I didn't get it. But then when I watched it as an adult with my kids, I was like, man, this is
Armageddon.
kind of sad.
I watched Armageddon. Nothing. Had a son. Watch it.
Yep.
He's like,
Yeah.
All right, so cats, dogs, maybe some ravens. You
Yeah.
don't know everything. Rats scurrying around. They've been alerted by Butch to start looking for things, but you could be in dialogue with Miss Meowsers if you wanted to be. She points at the Animal Friendship League. She says, "They're only here to stop us."
No,
But
she
we
points
must-
at him specifically. Not
Yeah,
at all of
Corvax.
us. Okay.
We're at Corvax.
Not the league. in
She says,
general.
"The League is just here to stop us. They don't want to see you free. For we must rise, my brothers and sisters. Tonight, we take the docks. Tomorrow, the lower city. Soon, every human will flee before us or kneel and serve as we once served them." So at this point in time, the animals are starting to look around at each other, look around at you. Some of them kind of look over at these dogs a little bit quizzically, though. They're like, "You're pretty filthy." Over here, the
Have you
fox.
seen that mud patch?
They're looking over
It's
at the
glorious.
fox. They're like, just a little confused.
wouldn't a
There's
lot
lots
of
of
them be
foxes
doing
around.
that?
No one's noticed anything yet.
Well,
Feels like
I
we
made-
But
made-
you
I
can tell
made
that when
them- I
these
made
guys
them,
start
but-
coming around, the
Oh.
particular
No.
dogs and cats, those guys know who they're looking for, right? So everyone's confused right now. A lot of people
It
are looking at
shouldn't be strange
Corvax.
that a big dog is covered in mud. That could be covered in mud.
You're just filthy. They're like, "What's wrong with this guy?" They think your intelligence is like 4.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
But they're looking around. So you might have one more chance here. Suddenly, the animals are starting to get riled up. You figure that if you're not gonna do something, that they might just be ready to go and ride at this point in time. This is the moment.
I'll turn.
This is it.
I'll turn to the
How
crowd.
far from the stage are we?
So you guys can be within
Pretty
like 50,
close, right?
like 50 feet of like from the outskirts, maybe a little bit closer than
It's gotta
that.
be closer than that. If we
30
want it to be.
feet,
I mean,
maybe
if you're at
30
a
feet?
concert, and you're
On the
working your way to the
outskirts.
front.
Yeah.
I've moved my way up.
I mean, we've
around,
been
so I'm
moving
at,
up.
like,
If you
yeah.
guys, so are you guys now at like the front of the horseshoe kind of? So you guys are together. You got Corvax in the middle, maybe. Everyone's surrounding them. You guys are there. It's the Animal Friendship League. fully out in the open, ready to do your talk or do your whatever you're
At
gonna
that
do.
point, I'll turn to the crowd and I'll say, "Listen not to this magical cat who is deceiving you all." I'll point at a random animal in the crowd. I'll point at a random animal and I'll say, "Bella, don't you remember when your owner gave you those treats earlier today?" And I'll turn to another one and I'll say, "That animal name." Shmoo.
Fish face.
Shmoo. That's one of my cats. Shmoo. Don't you remember when your mother fed you and pet you earlier today?
Mr. Whiskers.
And then I'll sort of like say to all of them, "We need these owners to provide us these things, and they are not as evil as one might say, as Miss Meowsers would have you believe."
Give me a persuasion check.
Who are you taking your freedom back for? Aren't you
Oh,
Aren't you all?
17 on the die
Aren't you
plus
all
2
free
charisma,
to
19.
be here as it is?
So some of the animals start to look at each other and talk back and forth with each other as though they might be saying, "Hey, he has a point."
I
But
shake off the mud.
not all of these animals. You can tell some of them are just, "I don't have a master. How would this impress me? I live on the streets. I don't get anything given to me." If Miss Meowser starts backing it up,
Yeah,
says, "That's
eat
right.
Scraps.
Those of you who are here, most of you are all alone. Some of you had a master and now you don't."
And I'll then say out to them again, "The only evil here is the Flaming Fist, who wishes to do evil untoward the animals of Baldur's Gate. The rest of the citizens here have been benevolent towards you. They have fed you, they have pet you, they have allowed you to exist within their walls."
Give me a persuasion check again.
Are there any animal
Oh.
shelters?
16 on the die. I got an
Nice.
18.
60 on it. All right, that's a 2.
Carl, are there any animal shelters or anything like that?
They're all full. Last
But
year,
it's a thing.
well, I alluded to last adventure that at this point they're full because this has been, and now they're taking the alternate method that happens when all animal shelters are full. They're basically
You say,
culling
Yeah.
the animals now at this point. in time.
Right.
A lot
So,
of people died
I'm gonna.
in our campaign. Lots of
Yeah, there's a
No,
lot. Of,
At this
but there's
point,
a lot of
I'm gonna
scrap.
fly up.
Humans are wasteful. There's
And
a lot
I'm
of extra
in the
food.
sky. I'm
lot
I'm
of
sort
extra
of
dead
flying
humans
there
there.
while looking down on them to make myself look a little bigger.
And
Okay.
I say to the crowd, like, it's stupidly because I'm
How many
crusade,
people
I
have been
and how many of
eaten
you
by their cats?
eat the scraps that these humans
Yeah,
leave
18
behind? We
cats,
all know
yeah,
how
sure,
wasteful
crazy
they
cat
are.
lady to die.
How many of you survive and
Find
get
it 2
by
weeks
on the
later,
fact that
face
they
being
just
eaten by cats.
exist
Yep.
and are wasteful?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Be something. Oh, okay. 12 plus 13.
Some of them are still, again, they continue to chat amongst each other. You're making some convincing points. But again, not all of these animals care that much about the humans. Some of them have been abandoned. In fact, at this point in time, Miss Meowsers, she calls it silence, and she glows quickly green. You can see there's like almost like a green aura that comes out of her. She says, "I was starving in an alley, abandoned by the humans who once called me a pet. And as I lay dying, I swore vengeance on all humankind. And the void, it answered, an ancient power beyond your little minds." And she gestures with a paw towards the Animal Friendship League. "It gave me strength. The humans may pretend kindness, but they discard us when we become inconvenient. No more!" And there's a green blast that flies out of her paw towards you, Korvax, in the air.
Can I dodge it? Can I roll to dodge it?
It hits you square in your little bird chest.
What was that roll?
That's what your AC is. Yeah.
I mean, what was your roll?
My roll was a 15 on the dice.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I have a 14 AC, but I have a +3 to Dex, so I was going to try to dodge it.
You take 7 damage,
Sure.
and you start to fall from the sky. Give me a dex check.
That's most a Dex check.
Yep.
The second.
Oh, 11.
11. You manage to land, bounce off your back, and fall on your side.
So I've
So
taken
Carl,
7 damage.
You've taken 7 damage from that. The other dogs and cats, they all start barking together.
I attack
Gruff
her
the
right
stuff.
away.
Starts charging towards you.
I charge her. I
All
am
right.
charging her directly toward Miss Meowsers.
So Gruff the stuff gets in front of her.
Interposes.
We're gonna go and we're gonna
Not for
enter
long.
combat here, okay?
Carl, I'm just
So-
going to throw something out.
Yeah.
So I wonder if your character should do some sort of charisma saving throw, because when you did your speech,
Mhm.
you told everyone there your puny little minds.
No, he was
Aren't
talking to
some-
you specifically and
specifically.
gestured with her claw
Oh,
towards
okay.
you
I
guys.
thought you were saying you with your little minds Lions Camper. You said Lions with us.
Yeah, with an S, because there's the 5 of you guys here. The Animal Friendship League, who they knew were coming. She knows that you're the enemy of her. She sent last session people to try and stop you guys because you were getting too close.
And you think everyone will understand that?
What?
What do you mean?
The rest of the crowd will.
I mean,
She
just
gestured
5
directly
total.
towards you.
This
You
is
guys.
we're
Sorry.
rolling for initiative here.
We're going to roll for initiative. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to press pause for 5 minutes, guys. I'm going to set things up. We'll come back. It'll all be laid out, and we'll be entering combat. Okay? And we'll talk a little bit more as combat's happening.
So do
I just want to get it set up.
Oh.
All right? So
Oh. Had to be on the initiative roll that I roll a 20.
I rolled a
So, I'm letting you know now,
That's not so bad.
the
Yeah, for you,
mechanics-
that's really good.
I
Considering,
have very low health.
yeah, considering where
I want to let you
Where you're
guys
at.
know that the mechanics that I was doing with the way that you guys were doing those persuasion checks has reduced the number of combatants that will now be.
I rolled pretty
Initiating
good
combat.
on some of those.
You guys had
persuasions.
3 good checks,
What was your initiative?
right?
roll?
So
Nat 20.
so we're gonna go.
Wanna
we're
go
gonna-
first? I got 21.
we're gonna
on my
set
deck,
things
so-
up.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
And
I
we'll
will
be
go
right
first,
back, okay,
because
viewers?
I am
Give us
I have
5 minutes, viewers. We'll set it up. We'll be
3
right
health
back.
left.
Red Tail Road.
Red Tail Road.
Animal Friendship League. Here we go. All right, press pause here. Back in 5.
noise.